now it's April, which means it's tax season, which means we're all frantically trying to get our paperwork together to give to an accountant. Or maybe you're gonna do your taxes on your own this year. My name's Kaitlin, I'm a CPA, and here's some things that you need to know about your personal taxes. Medical expenses. It's a common deduction for people. However, most people don't understand exactly how this works. Medical expenses are only good after 3% of your income or $2,300. So, for example, if you made $30,000 last year, you would need $900 in medical expenses before you could deduct anything. Yeah, it's a lot. You can deduct yourself and your spouse and your dependent. Dependent's under 18, so could be dependent. So that helps, but anything less than 3% is going to do you no good whatsoever. Now, because of this 3% threshold, it's definitely worth it to put your medical expenses on the lower income earner of the partnership. If you're not sure what you can deduct, you can look it up on the CRA's website. They have a little search function, which is great, but the URL is like 4 lines long, which is not so great. I will leave it in the comments for you, or the description, sorry, so that you guys can find it. Charitable donations are a thing that has some tax planning opportunities built into it. You only get 15% for the first $200, and you get 29% for all the things after that. Yeah! Up to 75% of your income, but I don't know a whole lot of people that give away 75% of their income. You can also roll donations forward up to 5 years, and you can claim both yours and your spouse's on the same return, which means claim them on the same return and only claim them once every 5 years, because that 29% will be for a bigger dollar amount, which is great. So you went to school and you got a student loan and then you had to pay a bunch of interest to the government. Boo! The government lets you deduct some of that on your taxes. Yay! Yeah! So a tiny piece of it goes to directly reducing your tax bill, which is great. You'll get a little piece of paper from the institution that gave you the loan saying this is the amount that you can deduct for tax purposes. So definitely make sure to get those on your taxes. Also, if you went to school, you will get a form called a T-2202 from your institution. Only in the years that you actually went to school, but you'll get this from the school and it will have the amount that you paid in tuition on it. You can put that on your taxes and you get a credit for it, which reduces your tax bill. There used to be a thing called an education and textbook amount, and the point was to sort of offset, or at least give you credit for having to pay for textbooks during the year. That's no longer a thing. The government decided we don't want to do that anymore. Something else they decided they didn't want to do was transit pass credit. Yeah, so for the first half of the year, January 1st to June 29th, that's not the last day, June 30th, January 1st to June 30th, you can claim transit passes that you bought during that part of the year, but from July 1st to December 31st, no. And every other year going forward. It's gone. That wasn't all the government eliminated last year. They also eliminated the child fitness and arts credit. So if your child was a swimmer, or like a dancer, or a painter, or like a magician, you get it. You can't deduct that anymore. It used to be a thing, not anymore. What you can deduct for your kids is childcare expenses, which is great. If you paid for childcare, it directly reduces your income on your taxes. So if you made $90,000 and you paid $10,000 in taxes or in childcare expenses, then your income is reduced to $80,000, which is great. That means a lower tax bill. You can claim up to $8,000 for a child under 7 and up to $5,000 for a child under 16. If you had an individual take care of your kids, make sure to get a social insurance number from that person because you'll need it on your taxes. Now that you know all of those things, you are well on your way to doing your own taxes. I believe in you. You can totally do this. If you have a question for me, please leave it in the comments below, or you can send me an email, Kaitlin@kirkcpa.ca. And as always, if you have an idea for a future video, please let me know. Happy tax season.